Your body has a hidden fat burning furnace that most people never activate. It's there, right now, quietly waiting beneath layers of confusion, poor advice, and years of metabolic slowdown. Most people think fat loss is about eating less and moving more, but that approach has created the very opposite effect. It's slowed your metabolism, increased cravings, and locked your body into fat storage mode. See, your body isn't broken. It's brilliantly designed. From the moment you were born, your cells were wired to use fat as their primary fuel source. But somewhere along the way, with constant eating, processed foods, and the fear of skipping a meal, you trained your metabolism to depend on glucose, not fat. You didn't lose the ability to burn fat. You simply turned the switch off. Here's the truth. Fat loss isn't about counting calories. It's about reawakening biology. When your body regains metabolic flexibility, the ability to shift seamlessly between burning sugar and burning fat, energy surges, inflammation drops, and that stubborn belly fat starts to melt away almost automatically. This isn't theory, it's physiology. When you control insulin, your master fat storage hormone, your body stops hoarding energy and starts releasing it. When your mitochondria, the little energy factories inside your cells, are optimized, they begin turning fat into pure energy at lightning speed. And the best part, you don't need extreme diets or endless workouts to make it happen. You just need to know how to flip that inner metabolic switch, how to activate your body's own fat-burning furnace, because in a moment, I'll show you 3 powerful science-backed tricks that do exactly that, instantly turning your metabolism from storage mode to burn mode. Once you understand these, everything about fat loss will finally make sense. Most people eat too often to ever burn fat. It's not the what that keeps them stuck. It's the when from the moment they wake up to the moment they go to sleep, they're feeding. Breakfast, snack, lunch, another snack, dinner, dessert, and maybe something light before bed. What does that mean for the body? It means insulin, your master fat storage hormone, never gets a break. And when insulin is always elevated, your body can't access stored fat. It's locked away like money in a savings account with no withdrawal access. Here's the emotional truth. The average person today isn't overweight because they eat too much food in one sitting. It's because they never stop eating. They never give their body the chance to tap into its own incredible energy reserves. Constant eating keeps you in glucose mode, a sugar-burning pattern that demands fuel every few hours, and every time you snack, you shut down fat burning. This is where strategic fasting changes everything. Think of it as flipping your body's internal fuel switch. When you practice fasting, say, a 16-8 window, 16 hours fasting, 8 hours eating, or 18-6, you lower insulin, stabilize blood sugar, and give your metabolism permission to access stored fat. Within just a few hours of not eating, insulin begins to drop. And as insulin drops, another hormone rises, growth hormone, which helps preserve lean muscle while amplifying fat breakdown. Your body is a hybrid car. It's built to run on 2 fuel systems, glucose and fat. But because of modern habits, most people have forgotten how to access the fat tank. Fasting retrains the body to switch back. In those fasting hours, your glycogen-stored glucose slowly depletes. Once it runs low, the body says, okay, we're out of sugar, let's burn fat instead. That's when lipolysis, the breakdown of stored fat into energy, begins. And here's the fascinating part. Your hunger hormones adjust too. Ghrelin, the hunger hormone, starts to balance out. Instead of feeling ravenous, you'll notice longer stretches of natural satiety. The body becomes more efficient, more adaptable, more metabolically flexible. Energy becomes steady, the brain feels sharper, you're no longer a prisoner to cravings or the 3 p.m. crash. Now, let's bust one of the biggest myths, the idea that fasting slows your metabolism or puts you into starvation mode. That's simply false. Studies show that short-term fasting actually boosts metabolism by increasing norepinephrine and growth hormone, which help your body release fat and maintain lean mass. Starvation mode happens after prolonged, chronic undereating over weeks or months, not skipping breakfast or delaying your first meal. In fact, your body is hardwired to thrive during periods without food. It's an ancient survival mechanism. Your ancestors didn't eat 6 times a day, they feasted, they fasted, and their bodies became stronger for it. When you start strategic fasting, the first few days might feel unfamiliar. That's your metabolism rewiring itself. But then something remarkable happens. Your body begins to prefer fat as its main source of energy. You start waking up with mental clarity. Your cravings fade. You realize how much freedom comes from not needing to eat all the time. Think of strategic fasting like turning on your internal furnace. Every hour you go without food, your body shifts deeper into fat burning mode. You're not depriving it, you're training it. You're teaching your metabolism to run efficiently, like a clean, burning engine that doesn't rely on constant refueling. This is why people who master fasting often describe it as a breakthrough. It's not just about losing fat, it's about regaining metabolic control. Once insulin drops, your body starts pulling energy from its own reserves. That's the moment you stop chasing energy and start producing it. And here's the best part, this process doesn't take weeks. It starts within hours. Just one fasting window can begin lowering insulin and activating fat oxidation. It's the simplest, most natural way to reprogram your metabolism for energy, focus, and longevity. Now that your fat-burning engine is ignited, we can take this a step further. Because the next trick doesn't just sustain fat burning, it multiplies it. It's all about when and how you eat protein to keep your metabolism blazing long after your fast ends. Most people think protein builds muscle, but when timed right, it builds your metabolism. The truth is, protein isn't just about getting stronger or maintaining lean mass. It's a metabolic signal, a trigger that tells your body, stay in fat burning mode, preserve muscle, and keep energy high. The timing of protein when you eat it, how much, and even what you combine it with can either accelerate your fat loss or completely stall it. See, most people make one of two mistakes. They either undereat protein altogether, or they eat it randomly throughout the day with no strategy. But when you use protein strategically, especially within your eating window, it becomes one of the most powerful tools to amplify everything fasting started. Here's what happens under the hood. Every time you eat, your metabolism rises slightly. That's called the thermic effect of food or TEF. But protein has the highest thermic effect of any macronutrient. While carbs burn about 5-10% of their calories during digestion and fats about 3%, protein burns up to 30%. That means if you eat 100 calories of protein, your body might spend 30 calories just digesting it. You're literally burning calories while you eat, and that's before the hormonal effects even begin. Now, let's talk hormones. When you break your fast with protein, something powerful happens. Amino acids enter the bloodstream and trigger the release of glucagon, a hormone that works as insulin's metabolic counterpart. Think of glucagon as the fat-releasing hormone. While insulin stores energy, glucagon liberates it. Together, they form a metabolic seesaw. When glucagon rises, fat burning accelerates. Protein also stimulates growth hormone which preserves lean muscle, increases fat oxidation, and supports recovery. That's why breaking your fast with a protein-rich meal, whether it's pastured eggs, wild, caught salmon, or a grass-fed protein shake, sends the perfect signal to your metabolism. Asterisk keep burning fat, build resilience, stay lean. Asterisk let's make it simple. Think of your metabolism like an internal fire. Fasting lights the flame. Protein is the log you throw on that fire, but not just any log. The asterisk right one at the right time. Asterisk if you throw it too early or too late, the fire dims. If you place it just right, it blazes strong all day. Here's what that looks like in practice. When you asterisk break your fast asterisk, lead with protein. Your first meal after fasting should center around high-quality protein around 30-40 grams, depending on your body size. This immediately stabilizes blood sugar, balances appetite hormones, and tells your metabolism you're in build and burn mode, not storage mode. Then, asterisk space your protein meals asterisk about 4-5 hours apart. Why? Because constant grazing keeps insulin slightly elevated and blocks fat burning. But when you allow gaps between meals, you create natural metabolic pulses times when your body dips back into fat oxidation before your next protein hit. Timing also matters throughout the day. For example, eating the bulk of your protein earlier in your eating window, say, your first or mid-day meal helps align with your natural cortisol rhythm. Cortisol peaks in the morning and supports alertness, focus, and energy. Pairing it with protein keeps you sharp without the crash that comes from carb-heavy meals. Later in the day, smaller portions of protein support recovery and muscle repair without overstimulating digestion before sleep. When done right, this rhythm fasting followed by well-timed protein creates what I call asterisk metabolic stacking. Asterisk each element builds on the last. Fasting drops insulin and activates fat burning. Protein timing stabilizes hormones, boosts thermogenesis, and locks in that fat burning state. You're not just losing weight. You're upgrading your metabolism to burn cleaner and longer. The beauty of this approach is that it's sustainable. You're not depriving yourself, you're aligning with biology. You're teaching your body how to use food asterisk intelligently asterisk rather than reactively. With each fast and each perfectly timed protein meal, you reinforce your body's ability to burn fat naturally and efficiently. And this is why people who combine fasting and protein timing see results that feel effortless. They're not knuckling their way through diets. They're using their physiology to their advantage, controlling insulin, supporting glucagon, protecting muscle, and letting fat burning hormones do the heavy lifting. But here's the catch: even perfect fasting and perfect protein timing won't work if your hormones are sending the wrong signal. Because if your stress, sleep, or cellular environment are out of balance, your body will fight to hold on to fat no matter what. That's where the third trick comes in. It's the one that teaches your hormones to work asterisk for asterisk you, not against you. Insulin is the gatekeeper of fat loss, and most people accidentally keep that gate locked. Every time you eat, especially meals rich in refined carbs or sugar, insulin rises to shuttle glucose into your cells. That's a normal, healthy process until it happens too often. When insulin stays elevated for most of the day, your body never gets the message to burn stored fat. Instead, it stays in storage mode, holding on to energy rather than releasing it. Over time, your cells begin to tune out insulin's signal, a condition called asterisk insulin resistance. Asterisk, think of it like this. Imagine a friend who calls you 10 times a day. At first, you pick up every time. But eventually, you start ignoring the calls. That's exactly what your cells do when insulin rings too often. They stop listening. As a result, glucose builds up in the bloodstream, insulin stays high, and your body responds by storing even more fat. The energy is right there locked away, but your cells can't access it. Here's the powerful truth. When you learn to lower and stabilize insulin, You unlock those fat stores and turn your body into a 24/7 fat burning machine. Fasting was your first lever. It gives insulin time to drop. Protein timing was your second. It balances blood sugar and stabilizes energy. Now, mastering insulin control takes that foundation and turns it into a lifestyle. Imagine your fat cells as locked vaults. Lowering insulin is the key that opens them. The lower your baseline insulin, the more easily your body can tap into its stored fat for energy, not just during fasting, but all day long. And you don't have to do anything extreme to make this happen. Small, consistent changes compound fast. Start with your ** meal composition. ** lower your carb intake, especially refined ones like bread, pasta, pastries, and sugary drinks. Focus instead on clean proteins, healthy fats, and fiber-rich vegetables. This simple shift drastically reduces insulin spikes after meals. When you do eat carbohydrates, pair them with protein or fat to slow their absorption. That keeps insulin steady instead of skyrocketing. Next, use ** movement as a metabolic tool. ** just a 10 to 15 minute walk after eating can lower post-meal insulin levels by helping your muscles absorb glucose for energy instead of storing it as fat. Think of it as an insulin sponge. You're literally walking your blood sugar down. Then there's ** hydration, but not just plain water. ** your cells depend on minerals like sodium, potassium, and magnesium for proper insulin signaling. When you're dehydrated or low on electrolytes, your body becomes more insulin resistant. Try mineral-rich water or add a pinch of sea salt and a squeeze of lemon to your water during fasting hours. It supports both hydration and fat metabolism. Timing also plays a major role. Eating within a ** shorter daily window **, for example, 6 to 8 hours allows insulin to drop between meals. Remember, insulin doesn't just respond to * what * you eat, but * when * you eat. Each time you snack, insulin gets triggered again, even if it's something healthy. That's why spacing your meals and avoiding constant grazing gives your body time to access stored energy. When you combine these strategies, lower carb meals, movement, minerals, and timing, you begin to restore your body's insulin sensitivity. Your cells start listening again. Insulin doesn't need to shout anymore. A whisper gets the job done. And that's when everything changes. Suddenly, energy becomes stable throughout the day. You don't crash after lunch. You don't crave sugar every few hours. Your body naturally reaches for fat because insulin finally steps out of the way. It's no longer blocking the door, it's holding it open. And here's where the synergy happens. Strategic fasting lowers insulin and triggers fat release. Protein timing stabilizes glucagon and growth hormone to preserve muscle and enhance metabolism. Insulin control locks it all in, keeping your body in a calm, fat-accessible state around the clock. It's like aligning 3 gears that finally spin in perfect rhythm. When insulin calms down, everything else follows. Your energy skyrockets, your hunger disappears, and your mood lifts. You stop chasing fuel and start creating it. Fat becomes your friend again, not something to fear, but something your body naturally burns for energy. But here's the real magic. When all 3 tricks combine, something transformative happens. Your metabolism doesn't just improve, it upgrades. It starts running on its original design, clean, efficient, and unstoppable. So in the next part, let's map out how these 3 fat-burning forces work together to create your full body transformation. When you combine these 3, it's like turning your metabolism into a turbo engine. Each trick alone has power, but together, they create a metabolic synergy that ignites your body's full fat-burning potential. Fasting drops insulin and clears the runway. Protein timing adds fuel to the fire, amplifying thermogenesis and preserving lean muscle. Insulin control keeps that fire burning clean and steady, so you're tapping into fat for fuel 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Think of your body as a high-performance hybrid machine. Most people are stuck running on one type of fuel, glucose, and it's like driving a car that constantly needs refills. You feel crashes, cravings, fatigue, and brain fog. But when you activate all three fat-burning switches, your metabolism becomes flexible, metabolically flexible. That means your body can switch between burning sugar and burning fat effortlessly, depending on what's available. No more crashes, no more afternoon slumps, just stable, sustained energy that lasts. Here's what happens behind the scenes. Fasting lowers insulin, and when insulin drops, your body finally gets access to its deep energy reserves, stored fat. Then, when you break your fast strategically with protein, you trigger the thermic effect of food, your metabolism revs higher as your body uses more energy to digest and process nutrients. The result: you burn more calories naturally without even trying, and because you're controlling insulin throughout the day through smart food choices, movement, and hydration, your metabolism stays unlocked, running clean and efficient like a turbocharged engine that never overheats. Now, let's talk about the powerhouse behind it all, your mitochondria. These little engines inside every cell are what actually convert fat into energy. When insulin stays low, mitochondria get stronger. When protein feeds them the right amino acids, they build resilience. When you're metabolically flexible, those mitochondria start multiplying and working faster, meaning you're literally producing more energy from the same body you had before. This is the biological upgrade that people feel as boundless energy. So how does this transformation unfold? Let's walk through it, because this is exactly what you can expect when you commit to these three strategies for just 30 days. In the first 10 days, you'll notice hunger fading. Your body starts adjusting to fasting. The cravings that used to control you gone or dramatically reduced. You might feel lighter, not just in your body, but in your mind. You start realizing how much of your day used to revolve around food and snacks. Sleep begins to improve, and you wake up with a little more clarity. By day 20 your metabolism feels like it's found a new rhythm. Your energy no longer dips after meals. You can go longer between eating without thinking about it. You might notice your clothes fitting differently, not because you're losing weight, but because you're losing inflammation. Your face looks sharper. Your belly feels flatter, and something else happens: you feel calm. Because when insulin stabilizes, cortisol, your stress hormone, follows suit. Your mood evens out and your body stops fighting against you. By day 30 you've entered what I call fat burning autopilot. Your mitochondria are firing on all cylinders. You're tapping into stored fat even while you sleep. Energy feels limitless. Focus is razor sharp, and you can tell your body's using fuel the way it was designed to, efficiently, effortlessly, and consistently. You're no longer chasing results. You've become the result. That's the fat burning furnace effect. It's not just about dropping pounds, it's about waking up your metabolism, retraining your hormones, and reclaiming your energy. Your body stops working against you and starts working for you. And that's when true transformation begins, because now your biology and your behavior are aligned. You start realizing that food isn't the enemy, it's information. Every bite you take, every fasting window you honor, every step you walk after a meal, it all communicates with your metabolism. You're not punishing your body anymore, you're teaching it, you're upgrading it. This is what happens when fasting, protein timing, and insulin control merge. They create a feedback loop, a cycle of hormonal balance, mitochondrial efficiency, and metabolic strength. Once that loop is active, fat loss is no longer forced. It's automatic. But here's the next level: transformation doesn't stop at the physical, because when your metabolism reawakens, something deeper starts to shift. The changes aren't just metabolic, they're hormonal, emotional, and even psychological. You start showing up differently in your life. So let's explore what happens next inside your body, your hormones, and your mindset when you fully live in this upgraded, fat-burning state. Once your body learns to burn fat efficiently, everything changes: your hormones, your mood, your focus. What started as a fat loss journey becomes something far deeper: a biological reprogramming. You've retrained your metabolism, and now your body begins to operate on a completely different frequency. The shifts that happen inside your cells aren't small, they're transformational. When insulin drops consistently, a cascade of powerful changes begins. Growth hormone rises not just a little, but exponentially. This hormone is your body's natural repair signal. It protects your lean muscle, accelerates fat breakdown, and helps restore youthful function to your tissues. At the same time, another process called autophagy switches on. Think of autophagy as your body's internal recycling system. It seeks out damaged cells, toxins, and old proteins, and replaces them with stronger, cleaner versions. It's the biological version of spring cleaning, and it's triggered most effectively in a fasted, low-insulin state. Meanwhile, your mitochondria, those microscopic power plants in every cell, start to rejuvenate. They multiply, repair their structure, and produce cleaner energy. The difference is tangible. You feel it as steady energy, sharper mental clarity, faster recovery, and a sense of vitality you might not have felt in years. But it's not just energy that transforms. Your hormones of hunger and fullness recalibrate too. Leptin, the hormone that tells your brain you've had enough to eat, finally begins to work again. When you were insulin resistant, leptin's signals were muted. Your brain couldn't tell when you were full, so it kept asking for food. As insulin stabilizes, leptin's voice gets louder. You eat when you're hungry, stop when you're satisfied, and food no longer controls you. Ghrelin, your hunger hormone, also balances out. It no longer spikes unpredictably throughout the day. Instead, it aligns with your natural rhythm, so you feel hunger only when your body truly needs fuel. Your thyroid the metabolic command center, also gets the message. With lower inflammation and better insulin sensitivity, thyroid hormones start converting efficiently, keeping your metabolism steady rather than sluggish. Your body becomes more responsive, more efficient, like an engine that's been finely tuned. And speaking of inflammation, this is one of the most profound shifts. Chronic inflammation, driven by high insulin and poor metabolic flexibility, starts to quiet down. The aches, bloating, and fatigue that once felt normal begin to fade. Your body isn't under attack anymore, it's healing. It's like deleting old software and upgrading to a new, faster system. The old code, slow, glitchy, overloaded with bugs, is gone. In its place is a clean, optimized program that runs smoother, faster, and smarter. Your body isn't struggling to survive anymore, it's thriving. Every cell, every hormone, every system starts working in harmony. And this transformation doesn't stop at the physical level, it reaches your brain. When your mitochondria improve, your brain cells produce more BDNF brain, derived neurotrophic factor, often called miracle, grow for the brain. BDNF helps neurons connect, regenerate, and fire more efficiently. That's why so many people notice enhanced memory, mental clarity, and emotional stability after just a few weeks of metabolic reprogramming. You're not just sharper, you're calmer, more focused, and more resilient to stress. Your biology starts rewarding you for the right behaviors. Instead of relying on willpower, you begin to operate on momentum. Your body craves movement, hydration, real food, and restorative sleep not out of discipline, but because it feels good. You're living in alignment with your original design, the way humans were built to function before modern habits disrupted our natural balance. And that's the real secret. This isn't a temporary fat loss hack. It's the return to metabolic truth. It's your body remembering what it was always capable of doing. You've moved beyond calorie counting and quick fixes. You've entered a state where fat loss isn't forced. It's simply a byproduct of your upgraded biology. Once you reach this level, you begin to notice something profound. Your goals start to change. It's no longer about dropping pounds or chasing numbers. It's about energy, confidence, longevity, and clarity. You start to realize this is the way you were meant to live, sharp, strong, and free from the food noise that once controlled your life. This is when fat loss stops being a goal and becomes your body's natural state. You've awakened the furnace, reprogrammed your hormones, and rebuilt your energy from the inside out. Now the next step is learning how to sustain it, how to keep this upgraded state for life, effortlessly and permanently. Once your fat-burning furnace is active, you never go back to the old version of you. Something shifts permanently, not just in your metabolism, but in how you see yourself. You've experienced what it feels like to live in full energy alignment, to have your body and brain running on clean, steady power. From this point on, the goal isn't to chase more results, it's to maintain the flow. You're not dieting anymore, you're living in rhythm with your biology. This is what true metabolic freedom feels like. Your body now knows how to switch between burning sugar and burning fat effortlessly. That's metabolic flexibility, the hallmark of a body that adapts, heals, and thrives. You can enjoy a healthy, carb-rich meal without crashing. You can fast for a day without feeling weak. Your body no longer panics when food is scarce or abundant. It simply adjusts, smoothly and intelligently. To sustain this, you don't need perfection, you need consistency. Because longevity doesn't come from intensity, it comes from rhythm. Let's start with meal variety. Rotate your food sources to keep your metabolism sharp. Include colorful vegetables, healthy fats, quality proteins, and clean carbs from time to time. Variety trains your metabolism like cross-training trains your muscles. It keeps it adaptable, responsive, and strong. Then, bring in fasting variation. Once or twice a week. Go beyond your usual 16, 8, or 18, 6 pattern and try a 24-hour reset fast. These extended windows allow deeper autophagy, insulin reset, and digestive rest. The next day, when you reintroduce food, your body absorbs nutrients like a sponge more efficiently, more gratefully. It's not deprivation, it's restoration. But sustaining fat-burning mode isn't only about food, it's about your entire environment. Stress control plays a massive role. Cortisol, your stress hormone, has the power to either support fat burning or completely block it. Chronic stress keeps insulin high and cravings alive, so anchor your day with calm rituals: morning sunlight, deep breathing, journaling, or time in nature. A calm nervous system signals safety, and when your body feels safe, it burns fat instead of storing it. Then there's sleep, the silent fat loss amplifier. Deep, restorative sleep is when growth hormone surges, tissues repair, and mitochondria multiply. Aim for quality, not just quantity. Dim the lights at night, keep your room cool, and disconnect from screens an hour before bed. Every great fat-burning day starts with a great night of recovery. Movement is also part of this lifestyle, not as punishment, but as partnership. Walk often, lift occasionally, sprint sometimes. Movement increases insulin sensitivity and keeps your mitochondria active. Even simple habits like walking after meals or stretching in sunlight reinforce your metabolic rhythm. You're training your body to stay in motion, not just physically, but energetically. And don't underestimate hydration. Metabolism is chemistry, and chemistry needs water. Add minerals, sodium, magnesium, potassium to keep your cells hydrated and insulin signaling sharp. The better your cells are hydrated, the more efficiently they burn fat. But perhaps the most important element of this entire phase is mindset. Because by now you've proven something to yourself. You can reprogram your metabolism, control your energy, and reshape your future. That realization changes everything. You no longer view health as something fragile, you see it as your natural state. You've broken the cycle of restriction and rebound. You're no longer chasing diets, you've mastered energy itself. And here's the beautiful part: once your body trusts you, it rewards you. Your energy feels infinite, your hunger becomes intuitive, your confidence grows quietly from within because you know you're in control, not through force, but through understanding. You've moved from survival to mastery. This is the phase where you live fully aligned, your habits, hormones, and mind set all supporting the same goal: freedom. You can travel, enjoy life, celebrate food, and never fear it again. Because your body isn't reactive anymore, it's responsive, intelligent, and flexible. So as you move forward, remember this truth: you didn't just lose fat, you gained metabolic intelligence. You've awakened the furnace within and learned how to keep it burning for life. And if you're ready to go even deeper to refine your rhythm, strengthen your mindset, and amplify this freedom, join me in the next level of the journey, a space where metabolic science meets real life mastery. Because this is just the beginning of your permanent fat-burning freedom.